Hey everyone, it's me Claudia here today, raw and real, no makeup, in my work clothes with my dog wandering around and my husband wandering around. But I thought for anyone who wants to make a juicy roasted turkey for Thanksgiving and they've never done it and they've never been shown how to do it, I would like to show you how I make my turkey because my husband says it's the most juicy and the best turkey he's ever had. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my roasting pan, and it's an old one. See, it has this, and you can lift it out, lift the turkey out, and then it has a really nice big cover for a large turkey if needed. I have my oven is preheated and I already tested my pan, and so the rack is in this position second lowest from the bottom to have room for my high pan. This next thing I'm going to do is there's a little bit left in here. I'm going to do I don't want everything to stick, so I'm going to spray my pan real quick, and that will help with cleanup later on. So there's enough in there for that. Now, I have, you buy your turkey, and here's the outside netting. Here, it will tell you the pounds. Mine is 14.6 pounds, see, and it's the price. And so from that, then you go on to your, here, I can show you. It's all given to you on the packaging. I sterilized my sink earlier. On the packaging, it says estimated thawing times. So for this size turkey, between 12 and 16, it's 3 to 4 days in your refrigerator. I'm going to tell you what I did because I'm not you, and other people will argue with me. I got mine out at night and left it out throughout the night on the counter. It was frozen hard and it was still cold in the morning. And then, so that way it takes much less time in the fridge. I think it's been in the fridge for 24 hours now. And so that tells you how long to thaw it right here, thawing directions. And then up here is cooking directions. It tells you everything. It says preheat oven to 325. My oven is there. And then it says, of course, remove your turkey from the bag and remove the giblet packet. So in your turkey, if you've never done one, here's the part with the legs right here, and here is the butt. I am going to look in the butt first. There's a flap of skin. You have to tug on it and see if there's anything. Oh, it's still, let me show you. So I left it out all night, and look, ice cubes. So you see I did not, there's no problem. So now the next hard thing is, see this, there's a plastic thing. Let me see if I can show you. This holds the legs together. It's wrapped around the legs, and if I can get the giblets out without taking that off, I will. But I think I might be able to. Here's the neck. Here's the neck. Don't throw it away. I'm going to lay that down there. Then there should be another package in there. There's more ice. Here it is. Hopefully it's thawed enough to pull out. It is. Okay, in this package, don't throw it out, is the heart, the liver, the gizzard, things like that. Don't throw it out. That is how I make part of my gravy base. We don't eat them. I mean, unless you want to make giblet gravy, you can eat them. And so if you, like chop them up, you mince them up into tiny, tiny pieces. I don't want to mess here in my, all right, now, there is a pop out. See that red thing? When this turkey is done, that is supposed to pop out. Usually it does, but I have cooked a turkey before, roasted a turkey before, and it did not. So it's good to know time-wise how much time you need to do it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse my turkey inside and out. And I'm going to do it with hot water today because it's still frozen inside. And because it's frozen inside, it will take, you can't exactly follow the directions, or you can, but you'd want to go to the longest cooking time. So now I'm just letting all the water drain out, and it's pretty good. So now I'll lay that in there, and the next thing you do is you pat it dry. Sorry, my big arm is right there, but I have an old-fashioned wall thing. I'm in my big kitchen downstairs, so I'm patting it dry a little bit, and then put that there. And then I want to, where's my salt? Here's my pepper. Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. Now I'm going to salt it. Don't be afraid of salt. You need it for the flavor. Salt does things to meat that is wonderful. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit down inside too. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is, this is the secret to the moisture, how moist it is, because I'm going to be putting in a small onion. I cut it in half. I'm going to tuck it inside the cavity. I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, see, there it is. I'm tucking it right in there. And then I put in a half a stick of celery. I've washed it. We're not going to be eating these. This is just for when it's roasting, the moisture from the celery and the onion. And guess what the other surprise is? Stop! Sorry, I don't know what he's barking at. Apple. You stick an apple in there. We're safe, buddy. It's all right. It's all right, Danny. We're safe. So, see, get down. As it's roasting, the moisture in the celery, onion, and apple, it steams up into the meat. And as a matter of fact, I didn't grab any sage, but putting sage in there as well is a wonderful idea. So that is the secret to the moist turkey. So like as I said, the moisture, because celery has high moisture content, apples have a high moisture content, and onions have a high moisture content. Now, I went to get apples to bake pies with at the store, and I was so disappointed because they don't have any real apples. All the apples they have have been bred for sweetness. They're not good pie apples. So behind me, you can see the corner of the bowl right here. The only thing I could find that were true apples was Granny Smith and Red and Yellow Delicious. I think Red and Yellow are originals. But see, all those other apples you get, they've been bred. They are not original apples. What I really wanted was Rome apples. They make a good, pie, I think. Granny Smith are too tart, in my opinion. And so, let me see if I can do this just a little bit. So that's why I got the Delicious apples, to add a little sweetness. So this is what I'm doing. I have a bowl with, I don't like this kind, but it's a silicone thing, but what I like is the brushes, and so with the bristles. So I am, see, covering it in butter. That's a stick of butter in this bowl. I believe the time for this turkey, well, it's, what is it, 15 minutes for every pound. So you don't need that chart, but that chart just makes it a little easier for you. Okay, and that's it. I have the salt, and I might salt it again just a little bit here, and then to stick to the butter. And so you start out, let me do it like this. I'm doing 2 turkeys, and so I have double of everything, because as soon as this one is done, I'm going to start the next one. So 15 minutes, I believe I said, for every pound is how you figure it, I think. Yeah. And so for a 14-pound turkey, it says, oops, wrong place. Thawing time. Wait, where is it? I know it's on here. Oh, roasting time is here too. I see. So you have your line across that says wait, then your refrigeration time, then your roasting time is the bottom line. So for 12 to 16 pounds, it is 2 3/4 to 3 1/4 hours. I'm going to go for as long as 3 1/4 hours because of the it's still just mildly frozen. I'm trying to see if I can tip it back. There we go. And so because of that, it will take longer for it to heat up. Now, the only other instruction I have is every hour, once an hour, you take it out and you take this butter and you baste it. It's called basting. You just get that butter all over there. Ooh, it adds such, you don't need to do any more salt, but butter every hour. So it's going to go, what did I say, 4 hours or 3 1/4. So we're putting it in. So in 1 hour, I will baste it. That's 2 hours. And I'll baste it 2 more times. That's what it is. I'll just say it. And so I'm getting ready to pop it in the oven and keep an eye on the time. I also wanted to show you, this is just a bonus, that I just needed 1 stalk of celery. We don't eat celery much. But if you want to keep it nice and crisp, you get a cup of healthy water. I never ever use tap water. We ozone it over there and filter it. And anyway, so I used filtered water. You can cut these in half. And I don't like plastic, but that's all I had down here. I might have some canning jars, so I could use glass. And you can cut them in half, so they're not these huge long stalks. But you keep them in the water in your fridge, and they'll stay crisp and good. And I would suggest making, maybe get some cream cheese and for your meal, cut them. Oh, I've done it in bite-sized pieces before. When I realized I was going to have a huge crowd and I only had so many celery pieces like this, I cut them down into bite-sized pieces and it worked. Everybody got, a couple of bites of celery with cream cheese in it. So that would be my suggestion. But I use celery also if I make homemade stuffing. I use it in that. I use it in turkey noodle soup if you have leftovers. I put in celery and onion and sage. It's so yummy. And noodles, of course. And so anyways, those are my thoughts. And that's it. It's really that simple. Oh, I did want to tell you what I do with the neck and the giblets is I get a pan of water and I put in maybe 4 cups of water and some salt, and you don't need any butter or anything else, some salt and some sage to add that turkey flavor. That sage is what is your familiar flavor is with turkey and stuffing and all of that. Boil it I would boil them for an hour because the giblet in particular is tough. And then when it's all done boiling, let it cool, and then you can use that. You'll have some drippings from here, but in case you don't have a lot, then you can use the giblet water. And one final thing, for the last 15 minutes. So this is supposed to cook for 3 1/4 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes. For those last 15 minutes, take off the lid and let the skin get crispy. It is so good. And believe it or not, like people freak out about cholesterol, but our body needs fat. Every cell of our body needs fat. Especially our brain cells need fat. So 1 dinner a year, eat some of that crispy turkey skin. All right, I hope this helped you, and I hope some people will dare to roast a turkey this year. God bless.